Now, Bawumia make a statement me. And before we speak on that statement, as I said, the President of the Republic, Dr Mahama, and the Okasa ewo a year UN General Assembly meeting. And Okansembe Bria, I think I'm going to play a few of his statements, you know. Na me jujum, we are na Bawumia aka statement be na ma correct Bawumia because Bawumia no oye trufo into oman too much room, ana oman too much chain one shall what chain no ko. Into right now no ye the chain at 29, but still or press over free chain nim. Into me Bible board John Mahama and Sembi Okano UN in there. Na me nyabu tre jujum magana for ehu the president in the kaye. Ye we are na ma react to Bawumia in Sama waka. This is the President of the Republic. Oka kasebi efa eye Palestinian for any Jew for ana Israel for ntokwana omokono and yehu aman for ana aman penny for bibria omko UN they were running away from the subject. John Mahama basically today spoke on the issue and was concerned about the humanitarian part of it. Ono baby ana okasa free no and answer the point no eye emma enkwara sebio omo both sides especially omo more Palestine ye ku omo e wo say ye make sure say sebio ebi mo ha omo nka kono ho inti aman penifo mo wiase nyina they need to understand say it's about time we call a spade na yenka no kore no na sebio omo ayeku mo Palestinian fo kuro nim no omo nso no ye nyina yakasa ama emma enkwara ene sebio embrewa omo nka okuo no ho no so omo ho atomo we John Dramani Mahama, President of the Republic of Ghana.
The denial of visas to President Abbas and the Palestinian delegation sets a bad precedent and should be deeply worrying to all member nations of the United Nations. Ghana recognized the state of Palestine in 1988 and supported a two-state solution to the conflict since then. And I say, contrary to the claims of some, a two-state solution would not be a reward for Hamas. It would rather be a reprieve for the hundreds of thousands of innocent women and children and people who are facing collective punishment and forced starvation for no reason other than the fact that they are Palestinian. For nearly 2 years and for the fear of reprisals, we here in this General Assembly have been playing hide and seek with language to find the right words to help us avoid or excuse what we all know is taking place in Gaza. But here's the thing, it doesn't matter what you call it. If it looks like a duck, it swims like a duck, and quacks like a duck, well, then it must be a duck. The crimes in Gaza must stop.
President John Dramani Mahama and the Ekasa Ewo UN General Assembly no omani clear echere ewiase eye impenifo nyina say entokwa ekoso ewo Gaza eye Palestinian folk krom no eye ntokwa bia e wose nyina kasetia sebio Ghana eye oman a Palestine folk krom no yenso yagitum se eye kro na ose amam penifo ni bi ayo omadwene se so ebeka san ntokwa no ho asem a also make sure say ntokwa no mo kan ho asem no eye ensiesi a ebeboa Palestinian fo no enye se bi a omakogina afa bi na omoma Palestinian fo no eho e kire omo ose de yakura wo mu ni say UN eye General Assembly aye hie eye Palestinian fo panyini a oda no a sebi onka wo so no so ba America ebeka na no asem ene de ni kuro ekomu a ende ye deny ne visa went to me America no ose eno kura na ya efi say sa asem asi na se afa baako tumi ba beka na asem na afa baako no de ye dina ni panyini se ombra beka na asem a na je se ye nyanka se ye UN no ye ntumi endi no kura enkyere ye ho ye ntumi enka no kura enkyere ye ho oye nipa bi a sebio ogina Ghana fo anem Palestinian kuro ye kuro bi a sebio nipa omuwo mu no ehia no enkwara embrewa impenifo ene ekuro no ankasa no ehia no the same as ekuro bi ewo asase su bi ehia no enti sa asema ba na se ekuro mienu enya entokwa e wo se ye make sure se obi aka na asema yetie se ne be ya nyina betuma tena se na ya pa bebi a asem no nokoreda na ya tea de odi bone ene de odi bem nanso yeka obi ekasabo ahye ne yem na ye ma nipa bi eye o madwene se omo betumi atietia Palestinian for de fan wo de hu a ono de as the president of Ghana no ne ninje ho o ka akire UN for se won se sebio amotie bi ba se won se ne tin wa ye hyen se won se ritua na no se won se o fake accent se won se sa nipa no omu nipa se won se sa nipa no oye nipa bi a oye tuturani se won se sa amotie no oye tum So who sa motia no sebio ne katere mebutu se sa motia ne yedi pa bia sebio ne nigi sika ho ne nigi kro ho a na se hu ne ye na oba o se wa adwene bu se sa motia no yekufuado o se when it walks like a duck, when it swims like a duck, or se eye bibi sa na se hu se eba or se bibi e ka kire o se hu amotia no nam sumu ba na o etia hu amotia na se tiri hu ehyen hu amotia no na se sebio ne nigi sika sam ho sa amotia no epewi sa motia ni munipa sa motia ni fake accent sa wunza sa motia ni ba no muna na sebia sa motia ni oetia enye obi na so ka kire sa motia ni ekufuado nti se amampanifo ni nyina yentena se na yandwene ma ya adwene ko akire hu se sa anamon na UN tu no ya anamon bia Ghana ene ewiasa fa ni nyina etia. Mr. President esa ekasafa eye ebibrim ha anase eye Africa.
It has famously been written that past is prologue. Well, in the past, the majority of the 54 nations that now comprise Africa were never offered a seat at the table where plans for a new world order were being drawn. But, Madam President, as fate would have it, the tables are turning, and Africa's role in the authorship of whatever is yet to come for this world is going to be huge, and it will be consequential. According to this organization's own projections, by the year 2050, more than 25% of the world's population is expected to come from the African continent. Additionally, by 2050, 1/3 of all young people aged between 15 to 24 will be residing on the African continent. So you see, the future of this world is African. Allow me to say this once again a little louder for those of you in the back. The future is African. Already today, Africa is a catalyst for human potential and development, as well as for economic reform and ecological stability. Africa is a catalyst for systemic change. If this reality, which is fact-based and straightforward, seems provocative or unsettling, perhaps it's because you are viewing it through the lens of centuries of filters, colonialism and imperialism, and the resulting implicit bias. Maybe you are unaware of the resilience of African nations or their remarkable ability to make a strong comeback just when you think it's safe to count them out. That is what is happening right now in my own country, Ghana.
Mr. President, take us and I'll say, mu mweshemo UN hanyina, obeso kachire eye ewiase, any UN impedifo nyina mweshe say, eye dachino, onye broni, dachino, onye Chinese ni, dachino, enye dien, Caucasian. Or said dachino eye bibini ofri bibi for krum oye African. Or said dachina ye hunu ha ye tiha ye srisri in some way I was say kano. And this obia etoto de Africa de anase ebu Africa nimtia. Or say or share eye mebuno senia omaji penny say in the years to come omobe to me adane eye ewiase ewiase nyina eba si eye den ebibrem anas Africa kon ho no o se owogidie na ebeye UN any ewiase nyina wanwa say in the next year anas emfia edi anim no ewiase nyina ba begina Africa kon ho na sebio se nipa bi wo ha ana nipa bi wo wiase na so mu bu Africa nimtia ana bomfia ono John Dramani Mahama o ka say the future anase sebio daachi na dey anim no se daachi no hia na busan se wo firi hia obeka se me ye bibrim ni me ye Africa ni. If you say when it comes to ewiase inkabom enchechiriye de abefo broni de science any ewiase the new world or say Africa na bedi anim. If you say onu wehu na wehu se Africa no bibia ema ewiase ye wiase bia na ho ne free na otu ne num tuo e wo UN aka kire pedifo bo ho nyina ne se memma omondwene ho da se obi bebu de Africa nimtia anase obebu Africa de bomfia na mbebunu na omoba no ye mbebunu bi a omai sakra omadwene agipene se omodi ewiase ebesi obokon ho adane ewiase ma ewiase nyina abegina Africa so into osakan ye osesa mekan na mo ante a se bi ebia mo amu echiro no mo ante daachi wiase no daachi mpuntuo no ye be frɛ ne se den bibrem anase African if you say ono de ogidi na oji Kwame Nkrumah so di na oji ebibifo mbeburu di se Ghana Africa ye nyina ye ebibifo no ye de wiase ebesi ekon ho na enche na asɛm a ɔkɛn ɔse debi ɛna yɛde ne boɔ ɛbɛma no. John Dramani Mahama ɛsa ka bibi fa ɛyɛ ɔhaw ɛne asoɔhye a Africafoɔ yɛfɛ mu.
We'll continue to welcome foreign investment, but we must negotiate better for a bigger share of the natural resources that belong to us. And we must insist on value addition to these resources. We're tired of the continued image of poverty-stricken, disease-ridden rural communities living at the periphery of huge foreign-controlled natural resource concession areas. We're tired of having people extract the most they can from us and in return offer us the very least by way of respect, consideration, and dignity. We're tired of not being represented in ways that reveal the richness and complexity of our history or acknowledge all that we have overcome to arrive here in this liminal space of untold possibilities.
Ɔse, ɔno deɛ, ɔgyinama ka kyerɛ ewiase nyinaa ɛne mpanyinfoɔ a wɔahyia hɔ sɛ Africa, yɛdeɛ, sɛ wɔyɛ wadwiri sɛ ɔne yɛba bɛdi dwuma a, yɛbie yɛ kwan, yɛbie yɛ pono. Anyone can come and invest in Africa. But also osimu dua say imredu say or say ewiase te aseɛ say wo ba na oni ebedi dwuma a yɛne agudie yɛne agyapadeɛ de yɛte so no ɛwɔ sɛ yɛne ɛne yɛkyerɛw de wɔsɛ wofa ɛne de wɔsɛ ka yɛ hɔ ɔse imredu say yɛbɛma ewiase ate aseɛ sɛ saa ɛyɛ deɛ edin na wɔde ato yɛ so sɛ yɛ ho kyerɛ ɛkɔm da yɛ so yɛ deɛ yɛ nkɔfo bi a ya pratete yɛ ni enimonyam no ɔse saa deɛ no ɛwɔ sɛ twam ɛfiri sɛ ewiase nyinaa no ɛkɔ so nyinaa no ɛyɛ gudie ɛne mfaso a aman a ɛwɔ wiase enya free Africa na yɛsi a na ɔse yɛ ne Africa so yɛbɛka yɛ to atwom na mmom yɛnka sɛ ma obi a ne yɛmbɛyɛ adwuma na wobɔ utirim sɛ ɔne yɛbɛyɛ adwuma a ɛwɔ sɛ ɔte aseɛ sɛ adwumadi a ɔne yɛbɛdi no mfaso kɛseɛ no ɛwɔ sɛ ɛka yɛ hɔ ɔse mmra na edu sɛ mmra duru sɛ ɛyɛ mbibremfoɔ ɛba Africa sɛ ɔmo ne ebedi edwa nsawoso a ɔsɔ ɔmo de hyɛ ɔmo tirim sɛ ɛnya ade a ɔmo ba abenya ɔmo ho adi sɛbio meka sɛ ɔmo ho adi a ɛbɛtwa yɛdi anaasɛ ɔmo ebubu yafa so si yɛne wo bɛdi dwuma a yɛne wo bɛdi dwuma ɛwɔ akomapam nanso yɛne wo ndi dwuma anaasɛ yɛne wo ɛnkɔ ɛyɛ de adwumadiem abra yɛ ho bɛkyerɛ yɛ ɔse edum pɛmpɛnso a wɔsɛ wiase te aseɛ sɛ Africa na yɛka kyerɛ sebio broni ana se ebia abrofo a omadwene am se ye Africa fo bia ye titi nnua so ekom de ye ni bebi te ye ho kyere ye ni nsunum no o se saa nyoma no e wo se ende esutwa every say ye ne ebibrimfo de ye wo no abrofo no mu ni bi enti se man amadwene som ne ye be adwuma monte ase se dwumadi amu ne ye bedi no emu mfaso kase no ye beka ye to atwom ama na kai krum eno na John Dramani Mahama ejina UN General Assembly ekacha abrofo ni nyina se omofa nto omutirim ono de odo obia te se Kwame Nkrumah obia ne obia ndi dwuma mbom nanso mema obi enya na adwene se obetumi etwi obi edi anase obetumi afa koti kwan so afa obi egudie anase age obi nsem sika ana age Africa ni bia di nsem sika o se nyoma asesa John Mahama eka bibi fa eye Ghana oye president sebio ye economy ene se ne nyoma so eko ha ode eye mfato ho ema Africa fo ene ewiase mpanifo nyina hu se so omo pese omo hu se Africa ya ba beduru bebi mpempenso bi a ye nyanka se betumi ahwe ye ho ye betumi atoto ye nyoma age ye kuresi wo ama sebio ye mbabunu ye mba ene ye mbema enya bebi agina o se opese ewiase ti ase se time obeji eye de afena se obedi president of Ghana the second time ya eye the first time no o se eho na wabeji edi se ye Africa for imbibremufo a ye betumi adane ye kra ye betumi asesa ye hyebre o ye betumi a reset eye de Africa no o de Ghana ye mfato ho e no cheche mu kire abrofo no se de wetumi aye de na ban krampo etumi aye in this short 8 months a obedi president senia ahokeka efi ono ane party mu Ghana for mebunu ene Ghana for omagiatum se omo bedi dwuma abo omo man no ene ye sika sam senia na asai tama na MPP wo so a wo motumi ye nyina etumi adane Ghana man no mana begina baby papa ama ende dum so ni ho ene ye sika sam afa ne tuma pefra ene Ghana obi hu se ye nyoma ekoye no o se eno ene hye na rehemu ema ewiase nyina hu se Ghana die yetumi aya and the Africa betuma ye John Dramani Mahama ejina eye UN SA chirechire mu sei.
My new administration settled down quickly and embarked on an ambitious program of comprehensive transformation designed to restructure Ghana's economic foundation and enhance our competitive standing globally. We refer to this process of recalibration as our reset agenda. In just 8 months, we have achieved significant reduction in inflation from 23.8% in December 2024 to 11.5% in August 2025, restoring price stability for our citizens. Additionally, our currency, the Ghana cedi, has appreciated considerably against other currencies, with Bloomberg reporting it as the best performing currency in the world at one point. Our improved sovereign credit rating reflects increasing investor confidence in our economy, and our 24-hour economy initiative promises to transform our economy. And there's a renewed willingness amongst our people to trust that their elected officials have Ghana's interests at heart and that we're progressing together. My new administration settled down quickly and embarked on an ambitious program of comprehensive transformation designed to restructure Ghana's economic foundation and enhance our competitive standing globally. We refer to this process of recalibration as our reset agenda. In just 8 months, we have achieved significant reduction in inflation from 23.8% in December 2024 to 11.5% in August 2025, restoring price stability for our citizens. Additionally, our currency, the Ghana cedi, has appreciated considerably against other currencies, with Bloomberg reporting it as the best performing currency in the world at one point. Our improved sovereign credit rating reflects increasing investor confidence in our economy, and our 24-hour economy initiative promises to transform our economy. And there's a renewed willingness amongst our people to trust that their elected officials have Ghana's interests at heart and that we're progressing together. My new administration settled down quickly.
And say, deɛ watumi ayɛ ɛne deɛ n'aban atumi ayɛ ɛne deɛ Ghanafoɔ aboa no ma atumi adane Ghana hyɛbrɛ abɛsi mpɛmpɛnsuo bi a ɛndɛ ewiase afa ne nyinaa no ɔmo hwɛ yɛ sikasɛm yɛ man totoyɛ yɛ gyidie ɛne deɛ Ghana yɛkɔ yɛnim yɛ na ɔse ɛma na rehyɛmu sɛ Africa mɛma ewiase ɛntoto Africa ase. Na mmom ɔsɛ obi ate ase sɛ Ghana yɛtumi ayɛ ne yɛsikasɛm gyina hɔ na ɛndɛ dum so ni hɔ ɛndɛ inflation aba fam ɛndɛ ɛyɛ deɛ interest rate aba fam ɛndɛ amanfoɔ ɛnyɛ adwuma ɛndɛ Ghana yɛ gold sɛm sɛbio yɛka sɛ yɛtumi bɔ ho ban ɛma yɛ stop galamsey ɛndɛ Ghana baby yɛdui bibia ɛkɔ yɛ no ɔse ɛno ɔsɛ kyerɛw sɛ ɛtirimupɔ sɛ ɛyɛ na gyina ne nan so na ugidi sɛ obetuma bibia sɛnea ɔno ɛne ne nkɔfoɔ Ghanafoɔ etimi abɔ butirimu pɔ ayɛ dwumaden adane Ghana hyɛbrɛ abɛdu mpɛmpɛnsuo a bibia kɔ so no ɔse onim sɛ Africa saa reset agenda no ɛno bi na ɛwɔ Africa nti ewiase afa ne mpanyinfoɔ nyinaa nte aseɛ sɛ Africa afa ne ntoma pefra yɛayɛ ready sɛnea ɔno etu abnamon ama ne kuro Ghana edi n'akyi ama anamon aya anamon pa no onim sɛ Africa mpanyinfoɔ ɛne Ghana Africa mpanyinfoɔ ɛne mbebu no nyinaa ɛnso ayɛ krado sɛ ɔmo bɛ make sure sɛ ɛyɛ Africa ɛyɛ continent no ɛno so bɛfa ne ntoma pa efra. Now Dr Mahama ɛka bibi ɛfa mmaa ho sɛbio unim Dr Mahama ɔno ɛna the first president of the Republic of Ghana ɔde ɔbaa abɛyɛ the vice president na ebi nsi da. Nti sɛ ɛba ɛyɛ mmaayewa mmaa ɛhodie ɛne sɛ ne ɔmbɛbu so kasa ɛbɛba bɛdwom na yɛbɛbu ɔmo a untumi nyi John Mahama abra ɔnbɔ n'aba so. John Mahama kyerɛ African leaders bebree sɛ mmaa ɛyɛ a vital or a very important part of the building of the African continent. Ntɛndɛ ɔka biribi ɛfa ɛyɛ mmaa ho ɔde ɔno ankasa ne ba ɛyɛ ne ba a ɔdɔ no ɛyɛ ɔbabaa fɛfɛɛfɛ ɛka kyerɛ wiase sɛ me babaa wei kura mpo no ɛma me nkranhyɛ ɛma ewiase ma me hu sɛ ɛyɛ debi no ɛyɛ UN we no ɔbaa bɛbɛdi anim every sɛ ne priority nyina ne sɛ sɛbio yɛbɛnya mmaa dodoɔ no ɛma ɔma ɛdɛn ɛdi ewiase so because abadayɛ ɛne ɛsɛbio ɛyɛ akoma pa a mmaa kuta no ɔsɛ ɛma mmaa so kwan na ɔmo bɛtena pono no so na ɔmo ne mbɛɛma ɛpere na yɛ nyinaa adwendwene ɔman ɛne ewiase ho a ɛbɛma ewiase abɛyɛ bebi pa a yɛ nyinaa yɛakoma bɛtɔ eyiem ɔka bibi ɛnso ɛfa ɛyɛ mmaa ɛho sɛnea yɛbɛma mmaa so akwanya mɔmo so asom ewiase ɛwɔ the biggest positions on the planet.
Allow me to echo the Indian-American writer Arundhati Roy, who wrote, "Another world is not only possible, she is on her way. On a quiet day, I can hear her briefing." I want to add that for the sake of Africa, and quite selfishly for the sake of my 18-year-old daughter, I hope that this new world that is arriving is a place of safety and equality for women and girls. To succeed, we must empower everyone, including women and girls, to reach their full potential. In closing, Madam President, I'd like to congratulate you on your election to preside over this historic 80th General Assembly and on being the 5th woman to hold this distinction. I'd also like to congratulate Her Excellency Nana Jane Opoku-Agyeman on being the first woman Vice President of Ghana. Now every Ghanaian girl knows the heights to which she can ascend. Words matter, but issues of representation matter even more, which is why Ghana looks forward to the appointment of a woman as Secretary General of this organization in the near future.
Ena okaina otu ninumutu o say eye ebend de said dache no eye United Nations eye organization kakraka we oba na beda no o say de ene de emaninya nkranhye ekasa asemwe ene ono an Vice President Professor Nana Jane Opoku-Agyeman oba Ghana eye Republic of Ghana ono ne eye Sebio Oba na adwumu do a be the first eye the Vice President of the Republic of Ghana or the Professor Nana Opoku-Agyeman ni suade ni hunade de wohu experience any believer ede maame no abedu sam pempenso na onya agidie wonimu ebe the Vice President no o se ohu sa agidie no e wo ne baba Sebio wodi imfie edum wotwe 18 na ohu sa agidie no wo oba bia mu e wo Ghana ene ewiase ene Africa fede nyina na awogidie na awarehemu se debi no eye UN General Assembly no oba ene bedi anim se ne be ya ewiase behu se ema so aba Omaba pono no so na omoso be kire omadwene eme ya kekere eye Ghana ene ewiase ene Sebio eye continent we wiase nyina ama ye nyina ye nya asomdwe John Dramani Mahama ende wakasa eme wiase hu adwiri om yie ende wokwa abrofo no nyina ebusa this guy is unique, this guy is very intelligent, this is a very bold Africanist, this guy looks like Nkrumah, he has Nkrumah in him. Abrofo no nyina ededawma no, we have never seen something like this. This is the first time at the UN General Assembly that a president from Africa has spoken straightforward in our faces. He spoke about the Palestinian war, he spoke about women's rights, he spoke about African youth, he spoke about development, reset of Africa. This guy is a very bold, intelligent visionary. Abrofo ni nyina keka udu corridors of the UN. Ubia srisri na no ochemam Mr. President. Mr. President. Who is he? His name is John Dramani Mahama. Where is he from? He's from the Gonja area of Ghana. The people are very smart and intelligent. The people are like, we want to come and see the Gonja king. They said the king is also a very wonderful man, very accommodative, very hospitable, a very intelligent king in the Gonja land. His descendant is John Dramani Mahama. Wonderful people with great heart. The whites, the Europeans, all the Asians were very, very shocked. They said, this is Nkrumah. We are seeing Nkrumah in a second light. This is what we say. John Dramani Mahama, he is the hope. We believe in him. We believe in the NDC. And John Mahama, as he said, the prrr. This is to the NDC for giving us a very wonderful, intelligent man who is bold, honest, intelligent, and who is straightforward. We really appreciate the NDC and we really believe in you guys. The NDC, God bless you. Semo as Ghana, ahemfo, emma, enkwara, politicians, Sebio enifrafo, ebubuafo, at a point in your life, all of you get on the streets, you will fight to keep John Mahama in power. Makachram. Remember 3 years pay. You all will get on the streets of Ghana and say, we will not allow John Mahama to step down. You will force John Mahama to rule. Me say ahemfo, ebubuafo, enifrafo, emrewa, enkwara, apemfo, police for, soldier for, Ghana for will come together and hit the street of Ghana and say, what we have seen in this man, we are not going to allow him to step down. It will be decided by you. I don't have the power to decide. You have the power to decide. But in the minimum idea, a juma na ye. Mumeyembo juma. Mumeyantichire Ghana. Arrival departure. Yaba. Ne yebe kone brofu no yedru yebe kan wasem. And when the time comes, Yeni Ankasa Ghana for will decide who will rule Ghana. Inti dedede haman for beye. But the voice of the people is the voice of God. The voice of the people will be the voice of God. Siatia. All right, moment to us. In the John Mahama Kasaye and or can send be breaka or can be bifa eye adia ba kwa affect Africa eye ne ya ɛyɛ Africa for ya pa ne slave trade say ɛbɛfa yɛ nananom ɛde ɔmo kɔ abrokyire a sebio yɛde ebi mu fa ya mu ɔse ayade a sebio ɛha ne pa ade so a sebio ɛdin sɛ ɛyɛ ne Africa for yɛbɛtumi aka sɛ yɛrefi ade bi a de bi a yɛkɔda yɛso ho daeɛ ɛnya ade bi a yɛbɛtumi aka sɛ yɛrefi saa kwa ɔka kyerɛ abrɔfo no ɛwɔ hɔ sɛ eba slave trade dia ade bi ne apa ade bi ya Africa for ya sebio se ne tete ye nananom a ye fa o mu bi ekoye o mu ayade nti eno so ye nsam okaye Dr Mahama kasa no ka bibi fa eye se ne COVID-19 ba ya sebio eye ewiase sikasem aman bebre sikasem ese ya onim se eye COVID-19 no sebio ye nyina ye nim ye kenkan ye se eba ye no ebeka ewiase afa na nyina na mom omo an omunim nyansa ne tumi kyekyere o mu kuro omo agimi no na omo fa ho edidi Ghana edidi wiase sika na Dr Mahama kasadum no oka asasem no na eye abozege Bawumia sebio na adwene enko akire sebio on time kai de waye sebio nenim wade a sebio na adwene ense Ghana fo agimi nti odimirika be kasa se hey motiye Dr Mahama kasa no osi COVID-19 no sebio ese wiase nyina sikasem momenko tie eye Bawumia asema okaye na menkyerɛ baby a Bawumia fall short when it comes to reasoning.
Na niema boɔ akɔsoro paa. From 2022, COVID impacts no ɛbaeɛ no. Ukraine war and COVID. Ɛma niema boɔ ɛkɔsoro. 2024 election. Mo nyinaa mo kae sɛ na yɛ ka sɛ abdi a yɛsiiɛ no. Na niema boɔ ɛkɔsoro Ghana henyina eye COVID na ebaye ema nipa nema bo ekosoro any Russia Ukraine war ye ka saade no omampanyi Mahama ne NDC omoka say ye twantro omo say COVID insan nimu at all enya sa no omoka ye omo say economic mismanagement enya sa no omoka ye say COVID enye a factor. Me say me can say I think nra ena omampanyi echo New York ena omo okoka say Africa nyina niema bo echo soro because of COVID. Semot mwati o say COVID ninti ena niema bo echo soro o say a lot of your effort at reduce poverty over 10 years or 20 years. COVID no edi sa effort ni nyina aba form in just 2 years. Sa no kind. Enti sa onim sa but wanka election no. Enye sa onim ni kure no ba wanka yen yehu problem no. Omo ehu problem no enti nyame adom obi abehu baby and the da enti 2028 yensesan ya adwen yemfa emma Dr Barwumiah ene MP
Bawumia was problem with a year comprehension. Bawumia's problem in life is when he see a lot of people he's not able to maintain his composure. Bawumia's biggest problem in life is to sit, absorb, process before he speaks. Now, Bawumia kasano osi President Mahama kasa o New York no osi COVID ba no. Ewiase afa na nyina eka obi economy. Eka Africa, eka Asia, eka Americas, eka Europe. Na adia Mahmoud Bawumia epese odisie MPP for omuko school do GSS ado mo jane say onim say MPP for ne Jimmy. Now it's as simple as that. Nobody denied say COVID by no anka economies. Nobody around the world. Dr Mahama njina baby anka say COVID-19 did not affect economies around the world. He never said that. Dr Mahama and NDC for Air Kasana almost say you people took advantage of the COVID to mismanage your economy. You took advantage of the COVID to steal from Ghanaians. That is why after COVID, countries like Togo, countries like Cote d'Ivoire, countries like Iran, countries Sudan, near expect to say they will be drowning in debt, those countries were doing better than us. It wasn't because they did not also face COVID. It was because they, at the end of the day, did not lie to their people. They did not take advantage of COVID money to steal from the people. It's not John Mahama wo position no na oka kire mo say ade a mo di COVID any Russia Ukraine war ne say you are hiding behind Ukraine any COVID to steal from the people. And when we were in Ghana, when you were in power, we saw it black and white. How the NPP are now leading. Omu use COVID-19 sika mumubi plus you any group no muria COVID-19 sika. At a point, your party faithfuls were bold enough to make statements in public. Say, yes, COVID-19 sikano, ebi nyaya as much as 100,000 cedis, $100,000. Inti, John Mahama ni NDC for ni Ghana for, they were saying, say, na COVID bana ewiase sikatem nyina say, na COVID koye, Togo jina ne naso, Cote d'Ivoire jina ne naso, Benin jina ne naso, Sudan jina ne naso, na muda wote Ghana blame COVID. It means, say, one, sika munya from World Bank, IMF, any donors, you people with a big mouth like your anus, you people squandered the money. Na John Mahama ni NDC ni Ghana for kaje say, manono esochemo to kru. Inti sikebia bebe anamudi. Ne ati krom ha. Bawumia and I'm gonna say the processing, the way he processed things, and then the money bre ewasasi so. When people speak, he doesn't take his time to analyze, process it, and send a free nanwaba. In today, be an obeka say, you know, who say he is not there yet. Akakakra, akanaipe. Into John Mahama NDC, and the Ghana for you were complaining, say, hey, dying because before 2022, COVID-19 hit, you know. Mokach say, or Ghana, say, our economy is resilient. Your sika, my buffers near strong. Nothing can shake the foundation of our economy. But COVID hit but right after COVID, the same countries go through that economic turmoil. No, they were all recovering. Why were we not recovering? Our money was still going up. The dollar was still rising. You were in charge of the economic management team. You were in Ghana. You could not give us any answer. In fact, at a point, you, Bawumia, refused to speak on the economy. You, this toy. You, this comedian. At a point in time in our history, you, as the head of the economic management team, you refuse to speak on the economy. You refuse to speak on the dollar. You refuse to speak on everything because you thought we were stupid. We will forget, and then later we will go line up and vote for a clown like you. Near Tigana ha, and a COVID-19 time, you, Mahmoud Bawumia, Mwankasamo party for a year bold. Bawumia, you are a catfish. Bawumia is a catfish. Near Tigana ha, 31st of May 2022. That was the time. Near Nina Yewu, Yebre, Mosi COVID-19 aba, Yesika Sama say, 31st of May 2022. I received 100,000 Ghana cedis from COVID-19 fund. NPP parliamentary candidate claims. Obawe jina eye NPP fuenum ka say ono nkwampo onya tete Ghana sika no 1 billion COVID-19 sika Obawe. She said it publicly. Okachire obia o Ghana say sika miminya ye no no. In fact, there is an audio. Bawumia we a catfish.
And last time, I think last month or so, he made another comment. And as usual, people will say that, oh, madam, you are above it, don't talk. But let me tell you, if somebody closes his eyes to damage you, there is nothing like you are above responding to such a person. That one day, I will not take it. I will also have to come out and explain myself. If that makes me a bad leader, fine. But I will have to explain myself. And I know there are descendant people on this platform who will listen and do their own investigations. The COVID fund came. I was given 50,000. Oh. My quota was 50,000 as a regional second vice. Then, who doubles as a parliamentary candidate for Sanargu? I had another 50,000 cedis, making it 100,000. Then the constituency were given, is it 200,000 or so? I can't remember. So I called for, and MCU was given 30,000. I can't remember. Then Chama was giving 20,000, and I think the other executives did 10,000, or was it Chama was giving 10,000? But I can't remember. So I called them to a meeting. I called the constituency executive to a meeting, and I told them that fine, for me, I am going to add all the 100,000 that I am entitled to the constituency. Listen, oh, I am handing over all my 100,000 to the constituency money. I didn't ask any executive to add his money to what I was going to give to the women. I handed over the forms and everybody to the team, and we went round and we did the disbursement. The next step was, I have taken police station executives' money and I want to spend that money. My 100,000, not even one that I filled for somebody in my house, not even one that I filled for a member of my team. Secretary, Karamba, Polo, Chama, they were in charge. After that, the form and everything was not given to me. They sent it straight to regional secretary, and regional secretary sent it to Accra directly. So my brothers, where did I spend the money? When I even added everything, not even a peso I took from it. What kind of propaganda is this? What kind of propaganda is this? So please, let's learn to tell each other the truth. You may not like me, but when you are talking about the things I have done, talk about the truth. If you respond with lies, I will come back and counter, because I will not keep quiet. It is only a dead body that you can lie on. I will not keep quiet to say that, oh, a leader there, you don't have to talk. A leader there, you don't have to talk. A leader, you don't have to talk, and somebody is always destroying you. I will talk.
So you see, Bawumia, I'm reminding Bawumia of what they used the COVID money for. Sikana mu party for parliamentary candidates. And a muria sikano. Obejina Mahama said, Mahama and Ghanaians were complaining because the COVID-19 money, you and your parliamentary candidates, you were stealing it. You have no shame. You are a catfish. We are catfish. You don't wait. MPP for. Let me remind you of the things you used the COVID-19 money for. The reason why we were mad at you people. Now, these are some of the things you use the money for. Information Ministry led by Kojo Ponkroma. Information Ministry paid itself 151,000 cedis as COVID-19 allowance for working during lockdown. Kojo Ponkroma Chiano 1.5 billion old Ghana for working during COVID-19 lockdown. One call officer, not TFA. Auditor General's report. Kojo Ponkroma, you MPP for Bawumia. Kojo Ponkroma is an integral member of your campaign. When you become president, you will give Kojo Ponkroma a position. That is why they are all following you. Because all these people were part of the people who embezzled COVID-19 funds. Who are you to talk about COVID-19, Bawumia? You, Bawumia, who are you to talk about COVID-19? You are a catfish. You have no shame. You are an embarrassment to the Islamic religion. I am showing you what you did with the COVID-19 money. That is why Ghanaians were complaining. That is why John Mahama, when he was former president, was telling you people that you are lying. It is not about you, the economy. It's about misuse of the money. It is about you people stealing the money. Kojo Ponkroma we in Ghana, Otiano Huka 1.5 billion Auditor General's report. And on an Ghana, o pia sa Bawumia be the president. Na o Bawumia be the president bima. Na upon Krumana ne set na COVID-19 sika omude omunsa bomu no, they will get another position again. That is all that you people are doing. You are retraining the people who took us for granted. Those people who came to steal from us. That is why majority of them do it. Because they know That is why today, all MPs, you have opened your register to bring former MPs, former chairmen, so that they will help you rig your primaries for you to bring them back. That is all that they are doing. They have tested money. They have tested crime. They have tested corruption. It is sweet. These boys, they have tested crime before. They have tested their corruption. They know, sir, when you are in charge, as dumb as you are, they will be able to test corruption again. That is why they are all following you. These are the things you did with the COVID-19 money. We are reminding you, you have no moral right to speak on COVID-19 under your leadership. Frontier earned over $87 million, while government got under $7 million from COVID-19 testing at Kotoka International Airport. Frontier, Yabusa Osla during vetting say Frontier company na ewo Kotoka na ejiji Ghana fosika no why they are also onim. Yabusa National Security Boss Kandapa also onim. Yabusa Information Minister also onim. Yabusa Bawumia. Nobody told us say Frontier eyeku for the bush and for there. You Bawumia, you knew. Frontier for Edge Ghana for some sika $87 million. You knew all these things. You were part of the committee. You were part of the cabinet that gave Air Frontier the contract. This is COVID-19 money you embezzled. You people received 21.84 billion Ghana cedis COVID-19 funds. Almost 22 billion. You Bawumia, you are an embarrassment. You are a catfish. Also, Mahama said, I COVID by no, if you ask mu receive 21, almost 22 billion. What did you do with the money? And they Bawumia say 22 billion. Then I'm there, then 22 billion. After 22 billion, not cedi no dollar no was 1782. After receiving 22 billion COVID-19 funds, Sika and for the Ghana, World Bank, IMF, Ghana for Amuji Sika, foreign donors, more receive 22 billion. Me busa Bawumia 22 billion. What did you do? What did you do with the 22 billion? Why one who said the Okan Quran, Uzbekistan, Abijana catcher say, Amanda da president no onim no kura no kura bain. Utu shines a torch. No kura bain. No kura bain. And I want to Ghana na concert. What to Ghana na concert in some hunu 22 billion Frontier for 87 million under your watch. You can even tell us who Frontier Nidia. We asked Osla, we asked Kandapa, we asked everybody, the health minister, Menu, George Nino. He could not tell us Frontier Dipa Nidia, Nina Neku for the Bush and for there. And the Ujina, what's your boxer shot back and Zemuna Ghana for say, no crab daddy, in Tiantam Ghana Mount. In Tianya Day, Yamamba president. Now you make up artists, Mumba Day. Now let me show you this. You see, COVID-19, $81 million worth of vaccines paid for was not delivered. Auditor General's report. Motam Ghana for sika $81 million. Somebody could tia vaccine. Yefambe wa Ghana for ebesin ne. The Attorney General is looking into it. Wo Bawumia. You have the moral right to discuss COVID-19. Now on Faria de own. Be we be for. Bawumia we be for. Sanka onye beifua anka ombia wanumpo nka COVID-19 ho asem say COVID-19 e say Ghana $81 million ebe sinne moka asem reto vaccines abewoye moko fa poison be wo Ghana for oti Ghana afa Mike eyi wanu hu win abegina o esen yenye den inti yama ombedi president yama Kennedy medi president inti yama MPP power inti dia mo yade yenye den yentam tumi ma wana na be den. You were charging bogus $150 at the airport per person. Obia Ghana airport at $150. Ghana for tiemu kasaye titru enkwasiya for bogus na mu di MPP chi se enwan no mu kam omu fin oh ya de oba ne dan ade ne de MPP enwan no mu gu abroche titru Germany for san kwasiya for mu di MPP chi no omu fin omu du kotoka no mu ni so atwa omo Omutiti mkurasu wa Germany. Omudu kotoka airporta. Airporta ube simuno. Aye NDC ne siye. Emo muhu nyansa sa abroche na wote na wabeduru Ghana. Enkwasiafo te se MPP moje Ghana fo hu sika nyina die wasa be gina ho eyiwa no hu nwia no patututu be ka kire se ai COVID-19 ene ma anwoma boye edin eni ntina na mo se nwoma boye edin COVID-19 nti na COVID-19 sika wo de edin